hit the spin. Diva show, about to begin. Mine's got a sharp like a headline cut. Heels too high, but I still struck. Got a joke for your ego, seat for your pride. If you came thin skinned, better step aside. You want the truth or the sweet little lie? I only got time for the shock in your eyes. The Diva Show is about to begin. Get ready for the laughs and the chaos I'm in. I'ma tell you a story, then I'm spilling the tea. If you feel a little caught out, baby, that's on you, not me. I said what I said and I said what I meant. If your jaw hit the floor, then it's time well spent. I said what I said, let it live in your head. 'Cause I said what I said, what I said, what I said. Pull receipts on my little clutch. Names and dates, so I brought a bunch. You can clutch your pearls, you can fake that shock, but your group chat knows I don't miss that clock. You came for calm, but you stayed for the mess. Every punchline it lands like a truth in a dress. The Diva Show is about to begin. Get ready for the laughs and the chaos I'm in. I'ma tell you a story, then I'm spilling the tea. If you feel a little caught out, baby, that's on you, not me. I said what I said and I said what I meant. If your jaw hit the floor, then that's time well spent. I said what I said, let it live in your head. 'Cause I said what I said, what I said, what I said. This ain't a rumor, this is the news. If the shoe fits, baby, that's your shoe. Don't beg for mercy, you beg for a seat. Now you front row to the roast and the heat. The Diva Show is about to begin. Get ready for the laughs and the chaos I'm in. I'ma tell you a story, then I'm spilling the tea. If you feel a little caught out, baby, that's on you, not me. I said what I said and I said what I meant. If your jaw hit the floor, then that's time well spent. I said what I said, let it live in your head. I said what I
What is up, everyone? I hope you guys have a wonderful day. So, why are we here? Why are we here today? Why am I randomly on live? Well, first off, I'm on live because I missed Saturday, and I'm kind of at the point that I'm like, if I find something interesting, I'm going to come on and you're going to hear about it from me. So, what are we going to talk about today? So, we're going to talk about Kanye West. So, Kanye West got banned from the UK. He got banned from the UK due to him he was supposed to headline at the Wireless event, which is a festival that's overseas in the UK. He was supposed to headline all 3 days, and well, the government has spoken and they said no, you're not, because we're fucking banning you and you're not gonna fucking show up. So because of that, the Wireless festival is fucking canceled. So before we get to that, I kind of want to go through the timeline, because how the hell did you get how the hell, like, who did you piss off so much that you got your fucking shit like, you got the whole fucking festival canceled because the country told you no, you're not fucking coming. I just never heard, I think that's a first for me, a country being the culprit of why a festival is not happening. So let's just go from the beginning. So Kanye West for the last few years has been acting like a crazy maniac. I don't know if you guys know this, but there was like a documentary that came out, and it was like very limited release. It was like in the theaters. I've seen clips on TikTok, and he's literally yelling and screaming at everyone, yelling and screaming and cursing at everyone. Before that, you see constantly that he's like married to this woman that doesn't wear clothes. I don't know if it's her choice or what that situation is, but he's married to this woman that doesn't wear clothes. Then he's saying like extremely racist, anti-Semitic shit. I'm not going to repeat anything that he said because it's fucked up, A, and B, my channel will get fucked up. And then he made a song, which I'm not even going to say what the title of the song is because, again, it will fuck up my channel, but it's very pro Yahtzee. It's very pro Yahtzee. And he was like going around wearing, I'm just going to say the word. He was going around wearing the swastika. He was hanging out with weird people. Like he was just doing way too fucking much. And it was extremely hurtful. And that's the word for it. Like what he was doing, what he was saying, the music, the song he put out, it was extremely fucking hurtful. Like I remember, I think again, it was last year. I think that's like he was doing a lot last year. He did an interview with academics that I think they had to post it on Rumble. I believe it was on Rumble. It never went on YouTube. It went on Rumble, which was a choice. So he did a YouTube video. No, he did an interview with academics. I think it was on Rumble, and he was dressed up as like the Ku Klux Klan man in like the black and like, their outfit, but it was in black. And one of the things he said that like really stuck out to me is like, I want to be as offensive as I can. So that just always rubbed me the wrong way because I'm just like, so you're purposely trying to hurt people. So that's what you're doing. So with that, with the crash outs, Dave Chappelle visiting him in Wyoming, like it's just been a very chaotic last couple of years with Kanye West. Like it resulted to his marriage with Kim Kardashian dissolving, which not the biggest Kardashian fan, but like I always felt bad for her on that moment because it was kind of like, I don't know what to do here. And then like for me being an outsider looking in, I feel like the beginning of the crash out started after Kim got robbed in Paris. That's just my opinion. Kim got robbed in Paris, and then he had that concert where he was like floating in the air and he had like that whole tantrum. And then they had to take him to like, I think they took him to Cedar Sinai. Like to me, that's when the crazy started. That's just my opinion. So we're going to start we're just going to go with Kanye West this year. So I kind of gave you like the back of like him and his controversial. It's not, I hate when people say, oh, they're just controversial when they're not. Like it's really fucking hurtful. Like what he was saying. Like I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. It was fucking hurtful. Like it wasn't cool. It was hurtful. Like, and then fuck it. I'm going to say what the title of the song is. Fuck it. The song, like he literally made a song called Hi Hitler. Like what are we doing, sir? What are we doing? And then you were selling swastika shirts. Anyways. So at the beginning of this year, he took out an ad for the Wall Street Journal. So we're going to read this. He paid to make this statement. I didn't pay to read it. I got a little, whatever. But freedom of the press, bitch. So it's called, so he's no longer going by Kanye West. He's going by Ye now. He's now formally known as Kanye West. Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. To those I've heard. 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. So like there was like a whole song about this. It was called Through the Wire, where he talks about it. And like during the song, like his mouth was wired shut and he was rapping with his mouth wired shut. It's actually one of my favorite songs by him. Comprehensive scans were not done. Neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. That medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. Now, so here's the thing. I'm going to be like completely honest and transparent with you guys. When this statement went out, I did not read it because like I was over him. I didn't care. Like I felt like he was extremely offensive, and like the people that he was hanging around and like associating with are extremely like said very harmful things. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to speak for myself. Very harmful things towards Black women. So to me, if you're hanging out with people that are saying extremely harmful things about black women, I'm not like, you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Like, so like when I heard that he made this statement, like I just wasn't fucking with it. Like I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I'm being fair with this coverage as much as possible, um, by reading the apology and kind of going through like him getting canceled. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I was not fucking with this. So, ooh, I gotta zoom in. Bipolar disorder comes with its own defense systems. Denial. When you're manic, you don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality, you're losing your grip entirely. Once people label you as crazy, you feel as if you cannot contribute anything meaningful to the world. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off, when in fact, this is a very serious, debilitating, whatever disease you can die from. According to World Health Organization, blah blah. It was like, we're just gonna skip through that. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is. When it tells you you don't need help, it makes you blind, but convince you have insight. You feel powerful, certain, and unstoppable. I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I love most, I treated the worst. You endured fear, confusion, humiliation, exhaustion of trying to love someone who was at times unrecognizable. Looking back, I became detached from my true self. In that fractured state, I gravitated towards the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even sold t-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that led to poor judgment and reckless behavior, and oftentimes feels like an out-of-body experience. I regret and deeply mortified by my actions in that state, and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though I am not a Nazi or anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. Okay, so one of the things that I like about this part of this paragraph here is he's explaining what happened. He's explaining what happened, but he's not excusing the behavior, which that's the thing that like kind of frustrates me about people. It's like they'll explain like the back end of it, like, oh, well, I was going through depression, or I was going through this, or I was having like a mental health issue, right? Like people usually do that and let that be their excuse to kind of like absolve them for what they did wrong. But like to me, he's not absolving himself from it. He's explaining what happened, and he's taking ownership that what he did was fucked up, which, yeah, I got to be honest with you. I got to give credit when credit's due. Credit where credit's due. To the Black community, which held me down through all of the highs and lows in the darkest of times, the Black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I'm sorry to have let you down. I love us. I don't have a comment. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unsustainable, there were times I did not want to be here anymore. Having bipolar is not a state of constant mental illness. When you go into the manic episode, you are ill at the point. When you are not in an episode, you're completely normal, and that's when the wreckage from the illness hits the hardest. Hitting rock bottom a few months ago, my wife encouraged me to finally get help. I found comfort in Reddit forums of all places. Different people speak of being in a manic or depressive episodes of a similar nature. I read their stories and realized that I was not alone. It's not just me who ruins their entire life once a year, despite taking meds every day and being told by the so-called best doctors in the world that I'm not bipolar, but merely experiencing symptoms of autism. My words as a leader in my community have a real global impact and influence. In my mania, I have lost complete sight of that. As I find my new baseline and new center through an effective regimen of medication therapy, exercise, and clean living, I have newfound much needed clarity. I'm pouring my energy to positive, meaningful art, music, clothing, design, and other new ideas to help the world. I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home. I will say, like, the one thing that I'm going to use like a reference. Like, you know how like sometimes you'll like watch a movie or read a book or anything, and there'll be like a meaning or a message from it, and you're like, oh, like, and it kind of carries with you. So there's a point to this, I promise. So during the Christmas holidays, I watched the FX version of the Scrooge story, right? What's that? What's the Scrooge? You know the Scrooge. What the fuck is it called? Oh my God. No, it's not A Christmas Story. The night. No, what the fuck? Now I gotta look it up. I don't know what the fuck this. What is it called? I'm. Oh my God. A Christmas Carol. There we go. It was a Christmas Carol version, a FX version of the Christmas Carol. And the one thing I liked about the ending of that one that was very different than the other ones that I've seen is like I feel like the other Christmas carols, like it always ends with people forgiving Scrooge and they're like letting him in the house and then they just kind of absolve him for like all the fucked up shit he did. But this version of the Christmas Carol, he was not absolved at all. Like he just made things right. He made it right. He righted the wrongs he could right. Straight up was saying, not expecting forgiveness, not expecting you to ever speak to me again, but all I have to do now, all I can do now is atonement because he did way too much damage, right? So I feel like this message here is like, yes, I can ask for forgiveness. You can choose to forgive me, but most all, we need some atoning here. And I got to be honest with you, I haven't seen the atoning part of this. Yes, the apology helped. Thank you for trying to explain what you were going through. That was awesome. But like I said, if he has done something, I have not seen any atoning of all the fucked up shit he's done. I haven't seen it. So we're going to move on. So after this releases, right? So after he does his release statement, what happens? A new album's coming out. And this is where I'm just, the benefit of the doubt kind of leaves me because you go and you take out an article in the Washington Journal apologizing, and now you're releasing an album. And then in addition to releasing the album Bully, you're also planning, you also announced that you're going to do a two-day performance at SoFi Studio. That Stadium, SoFi Stadium, which I was kind of shocked that he went to SoFi. So he went to SoFi. Apparently there wasn't any sponsorships or anything, but he did a 2-day. So he does the apology. He announces the release date for his new album, Bully. And then he does the 2-day concerts at SoFi. Now, here is the gag about this concert at SoFi. So I was expecting, because I've seen clips of when he was trying to do his concerts and listening parties overseas, and he was wearing a mask, wasn't doing anything, and was just walking around, and the crowd was just reciting his lyrics to the songs. And I just was like, this is really weird and bizarre. Like, how is this even fun? Because you're not performing, you're not doing anything. I don't even know if that's even you because you're wearing a mask, you're covered head to toe, and you're just like kind of like bouncing around. And the only time that I could see that it was you, that it was possibly you, is that some of the performances you brought your daughter out north to do her little songs. So that was like the only hint that it was you bringing your daughter out, right? So the 2 days happened. It was a Wednesday, then a Friday. Now, let me tell you, he had me eating crow. He sounded really, really good. And he was playing his old shit. And it sold out. And not just that he brought his daughter out, he brought out Lauryn Hill out. And Lauryn Hill showed up on time. Now, let me tell you something about Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill doesn't even show up to her own goddamn concerts. Lauryn Hill don't even, let me repeat myself. Lauryn Hill does not even show up to her own goddamn concert. She does not show up to her own shit. But for whatever reason, she was able to show up to Kanye West's concert in LA, be up in the sky. Like, so they were like standing on like a globe with LED lights. Like he was standing on top of the world. They were like tethered on top. So she's like not even on the ground performing. She's standing on this like LED half globe thing tethered, singing All Falls Down with Kanye West, which they haven't fucked with each other for like 20 years, they're saying. So I'm just saying they had beef, they had issues, and she got out of bed on time to perform multiple songs. Yeah. I think that was a lot. And then Travis Scott, he showed up. He rocked it. Made 33 million in 2 days. That was another thing that was interesting about it. It was sold out. And so like when I was looking at like the performance at the SoFi, I was just like really that's when I was just like I was really questioning, does it matter what he says or does? Is the music good? Is the music so good? Is the music just so more important than the person that you can separate the art from the artist? You know what I'm saying? Like, how in the hell did you do a song called Hi Hitler, wearing swastikas, saying like the most hateful, heinous shit, and you sold out 2 shows at the SoFi and you made 33 million in 2 days and you had no sponsors and no one fucking with you, and you somehow had Lauryn Hill get out of bed and show up on time to perform with you? I was just really amazed. And she didn't do one song, she did multiple songs. So I was just extremely amazed. By the way, if you're in the chat, if you could hit that like button, that would really help the stream. Please, please, and thank you. So let's read this. Kanye West hit all the right notes during 2 shows in Los Angeles over the weekend, raking in a whooping 33 million as he wages a major comeback after his career was sidelined by his passion for Nazis, according to a new report. Bloomberg says Ye snagged more than 18 million ticket sales during his Friday concert alone, making it one of the highest grossing single shows in the history of live music. In the history of live music, this band sold swastika shirts and made history, making one of the highest grossing single shows in the history of live music, period. 18 million in one night, period. Are you serious? The news outlet also pointed out Ye still has diehard fans rushing to buy his new record, Bully, which is on track to become one of the biggest selling albums in its opening week. But Bloomberg cautioned Ye's 2 sold-out LA gigs could just be an aberration, considering all his issue involving anti-Semitism dating back to 2022. As you may recall, Ye went on a self-destructive campaign, praising, it's like what we discussed, Nazis, Hitlers, turning him into a pariah within the music industry, pushing away many of his celebrity friends, as well as corporations that were doing business with him. Here's the thing. Everybody showed up to the thing. Everybody showed up because, like, I think there was, like, a footage of Dave Chappelle going to Wyoming to check on Kanye West. He was there at that SoFi performance. Dave Chappelle was there. So, yeah, it's the crazy part that there's something about him that makes people forgive him. Does that make sense? There's something about him that even though he's done these heinous, fucked up shit, celebrities and his fans will still show out. They will still show up for him. And it's crazy to me. Because who else can get away with this? Like, look at Chris Brown. Chris Brown got into a physical altercation with Rihanna when he was even 20, I don't even think. And he's still done behind that. Then you have this situation, straight up anti-Semitic, made a song called Hi Hitler, selling swastika t-shirts, wearing swastika chains, hanging out with Nick Fuentes, doing the absolute fucking most, and he still, it doesn't touch him. But now some of those corporations are giving Ye a second chance, namely Spotify and Rap Caviar, according to Bloomberg. The 2 audio streaming services feature songs from Ye's Bully on their top playlist. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Because they make money off of people streaming. So, like, why would they shut that down? You didn't see Apple, though. You saw Rap Caviar, namely Spotify and Rap Caviar. In addition, Ye's LA shows were publicized by hip-hop mogul Broadway's company, which is partners with Live Nation, the world's biggest concert promoter. Live Nation has no morals, to be honest. Part of Ye's slow comeback may be attributed to his recent apology in the Wall Street Journal for his anti-Semitic remarks. Ye seems to be clawing his way back to mainstream success if he could keep his damn foot out of the mouth. Let me keep honest with you. With or without the apology, people are still going to show up. I'm going to say it again. With or without the apology, people are going to show up because when he was doing all that bullshit, he was doing concerts, like I said earlier, wasn't saying anything, wearing a mask, just bouncing around. You didn't even know it was him, and people were still paying to see that. People literally paid all that money to be in a room with him, to watch him in a mask and bounce around. Go look it up. I'm not making shit up. Not making shit up. When he was trying to run for president, doing concerts, bouncing around with a mask. Stop this. So here we go. So this man is canceled, but Bully by Kanye West debuts at number 2 on Billboard 200 chart with 152K units, 56K pure. Here's the thing. He lost to K-pop. Here's another thing. Regardless, let's just say it didn't matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter he didn't make a number 1. And this is why it doesn't matter. He's been in this industry for how many years? How many years has he been in this industry for? He's done the most unforgivable shit, and he is still in the charts. He is still charting. He's number 2. Number 2 on the top 200. Number 2. Number 1, obviously, in hip-hop and R&B, but he's number 2 overall. He's been in this industry for how many years? Name someone else that could do shit like this. There's only like very few people that have been in the industry as long as Kanye West that can do this shit. I'm trying to let's have an honest conversation. Ludacris couldn't do it. Ludacris couldn't do it. Nelly couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I don't think Snoop Dogg could do it. No shade. Dr. Dre couldn't do it. No shade. DJ Khaled can't do it. No shade. No shade. Nas couldn't do it. Beanie Siegel couldn't do it. Mace couldn't do it. Little Kim, you know damn well she can't do it. The fact that he was this fucking off, he's done this many awful things, and he still is number 2. Jay-Z, he could do it. He could do it. Jay-Z would find a way to do it. Beyonce, I'm trying to think where Cowboy Carter charted. No shade. Let me see how Beyonce charted, and I love me some Beyonce. So don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just trying to make a point. Let me see. Debut. Let me see. Let me see if they'll tell me. Let me see if Cowboy Carter did it. Okay, no. Cowboy Carter did debut as number 1, so she did do it. She did do it. There you go. But I'm just saying, Mariah didn't do it. Did y'all even know that Mariah Carey had a new album? Did y'all know that? Let's Katy Perry can't do it. Pink can't do it. Madonna can't do it. There's a lot of people that can't do it. And the fact that he made it number 2, in spite of all this bullshit he's done, is incredible to me. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. Now, he's having this time, right? Because this is the 5th. So this was announced. I'm a little bit out of order. So he does well with SoFi. Then he gets announced for being the headline for the Wireless Festival, right? So he's the headline for the Wireless Festival. Okay? And let me tell you, people lost their shit. Kanye West Wireless Festival announcement instantaneously rebuked by London mayor and Jewish community. Kanye West, you have met your final boss, baby. Kanye West has been tapped to headline all 3 nights of London's Wireless Festival in July. The eye-raising move has not gone uncontested, however. Both the city's mayor, for not pronouncing that, and the Jewish Leadership Council have condemned fest organizers for their deeply irresponsible decision. In a statement shared by The Guardian, a spokesperson for the mayor, Khan, strongly denounced the move. We are clear that the past comments and actions of this artist are offensive and wrong and are simply not reflective of London's values. This was a decision taken by the festival organizers and not one that the city hall is involved in. A spokesperson for the Jewish Leadership Council weighed in with a statement of its own. It is deeply irresponsible for It is deeply irresponsible for Wireless Festival to be headlining Kanye West. Read a statement issued to The Guardian. UK Jewish community is facing record levels of anti-Semitism, including a terrorist attack in Manchester, the attack on ambulances in Golders Green, and foiled plots which would have killed many more. West has repeatedly used his platform to spread anti-Semitism and pro-Nazi messaging, the statement continued. His most recent apology must be considered in the context that he went on to sell swastika t-shirts and release a song called Hi Hitler after apologizing previously. Any venue or festival should reconsider before providing their platform to Kanye West to spread his anti-Semitism. You can read about some of the racist Kanye garbage here, and here if you so choose. Ooh. Ooh. Not with the links. Well, I need to keep my channel monetized. So that happened. Instantly got shit. It gets worse. So the Wireless Festival, they stayed 2 toes down. So it was announced that like March 31st, April Fool's, it was announced. And that was like the immediate response. So like this whole thing, so today's the 7th. So this whole thing has been happening really quickly. So they stay 2 toes down. They're not going to, change anything. They're just like, okay, that's your opinion. I guess that's how they're feeling. It's like, okay, I guess that's your opinion. So it gets worse for them. Music Festival booked Kanye West, now known as Ye, it lost major sponsors. The sponsors are exiting a major UK musical festival, and the country's prime minister has been critical after the influential rapper Ye was announced as the event's headliner. The once widely revered musician and fashion not pronouncing that one, formerly known as Kanye West, has gained notoriety over the years for his anti-Semitic comments and activities glorifying Nazis, including a 2025 song called Hi Hitler and selling swastika t-shirts on his clothing site. Yet, organizers announced last week that West would headline the Wireless Festival in North London for the entirety of his 3-night run in July, invoking outrage from politicians and withdrawals from festival sponsors. Those include Diageo, the company that owns popular liquor brands such as Johnny Walker and Captain Morgan. I have heard that there was like other people that went out, but like the only ones that like I was able to find an article to back it up was Diageo and Pepsi. In a statement emailed to NPR, Diageo confirmed that it will no longer sponsor the 2026 festival as it stands. Pepsi, another company, and reportedly pulled sponsorship, did not respond to NPR's request for comment, nor did the Festival Republic team handling publicity for the shows. However, Pepsi confirmed to the Associated Press and others that it was withdrawing from its lead sponsor role. So they were losing sponsorship. So they lost 2 big sponsors for this. Now, so I already read about all the other stuff. So here's the thing. So Kanye West does another post to those I've heard. I've been following the conversations around the wireless and want to address it directly. My only goal is to come to London and present a show of change, bringing unity, peace, and love through my music. I'd be grateful for the opportunity to meet with the members of the Jewish community in the UK in person, to listen. I know words aren't enough. I'll show change through my actions. If you're open, I'm here. Here's my issue with this. It's not if you're open, I'm free. No, you have to atone. You fucked up majorly. These are the consequences. Yes, you explain why you fucked up. You blamed it on mental illness. Okay. But you still have to atone. It's not a get out of jail free card. You still have to atone. You still have to do the right things. You don't get out of it. Like, you idiot. not like, oh, I'm immune to everything. I'm immune to criticism. Well, not immune, but like I just feel like I just don't understand why he didn't have these conversations before going over there. Like, check in. For the people in the back that don't know what check in means. Checking in means like when you go to a new city and you're a rapper, you have to like check in with like the gang people there to make sure it's okay for you to go. And then like I've heard stories that they had to like pay the gang people to go in to certain cities for protection. It's called checking in. So I'm just like, you didn't check in? Like, why didn't you check in, sir? I'm just saying. So it gets worse. So today, this was announced. As a result of the Home Office denying Ye entry into the United Kingdom, Wireless Festival is canceled. All ticket holders will receive an automatic full refund. If you already purchased a ticket, there's nothing further you need to do. Refunds will be processed automatically and returned to your original payment method. For further information, please visit the Ticketmaster help page. So when they say as a result of the Home Office, that's the damn government. The damn government said you're not coming, yay. The damn government got involved. So the liquor company pulled out, Pepsi pulled out, and the damn government says you're not allowed to even be here, bitch. And because the damn government said you're not allowed to be here, bitch, they had to shut down the whole fucking festival. I've never seen no shit like this in my life. I have never seen shit like this in my fucking life. That the fucking government stops a goddamn festival. Holy shit. Woo, child. Kanye West blocked from entering Britain to headline music festival after backlash over anti-Semitic comments. Ye has been blocked from entering Britain to headline a summer festival after backlash. Oh, yeah, we read that. Government authorities have withdrawn Ye's electronic travel authorization. The government. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. The government have withdrawn Ye's electronic travel authorization. The organizers of the Festival Republic, a division of Live Nation, sent a statement. As a result, the 3-day wireless festival has been canceled. I was just so stunned by this because I'm just like sitting here and I'm just like, it's giving. Listen, this fucked so many people. So here's the thing. The government saying no to Kanye West. Kanye West doesn't need the money. Like, Kanye West is rich. He's doing it because he wants to perform again. He wants to be seen again. I don't think Kanye West has a money issue. I could be wrong, but I don't think he has a money issue, okay? I don't think he has that. I don't think that's his problem. What I do think is that they just fucked the festival and all the employees. Those were jobs. So all those people that were going to run the vendors and everything, all the vendors got fucked. All those shirts, all the merch, the parking people, all those people got fucked. Then the people on the hotels, the stores and everything, they were expecting visitors to come and to buy shit, to stay in their hotels. Like, you fucked that economy up. You fucked that economy up. When all y'all had to do, let me not get ahead of myself. Let's continue reading. The development comes hours after the rapper formerly known as Kanye West responded for the first time to the mounting controversy and offered to meet members of the Jewish community in Britain. Pressure had built for the UK government to ban Ye from the country after the festival rejected calls from politicians and community leaders to drop him as headliner. Tuesday's statement by Festival Republic read, "The Home Office has withdrawn Ye's ETA, denying him entry to the United Kingdom. As a result, Wireless Festival is canceled and refunds will be issued to all ticket holders. The statement also said that multiple stakeholders were consulted in advance. Here we go. Multiple stakeholders were consulted in advance of booking Ye, and no concerns were highlighted at the time. So it's not like they just went out of their way and say, hey, let's go bring Kanye West here. They went through steps. It added that anti-Semitism in all its form is abhorrent, and we recognize the real and personal impact these issues have had. The BBC also reported that Ye had been banned from entering the country. The UK Home Office did not immediately respond to a request for comment from NBC News. The British government source told NBC News on Monday that ministers were reviewing whether to let Ye into the country. And at least 4 corporate sponsors of the Wireless Festival, including Pepsi, distanced themselves from the event. The decision is one of the most meaningful results of the rapper's descent into racist sloganeering, which saw him release a song called Hi Hitler. We already read that. He publicly apologized. On Monday, Festival Republic Managing Director Melvin Bean said in a lengthy statement that Ye had been invited to perform songs that are already being heard by millions on the radio and streaming services, and that he should be offered forgiveness. The board deputies of British Jews said in response to Ye's statement that the Jewish community will want to see a genuine remorse and change before believing that the appropriate place to test his sincerity is on the main stage at the Wireless Festival. Phil Rosenberg, the board's president, said the group would meet with Ye only after he has agreed to not play the festival. Wes Streeting, the British Health Secretary and influential voice in the ruling Labour Party, told Sky News on Tuesday that Ye said should be canceled. What I would say is that Kanye West has no business headlining the Wireless Festival. I think organizers showed a terrible error of judgment inviting him. Prime Minister previously criticized the decision to have Ye in the festival. Okay, so I saw somewhere that the festival people actually went to the Home Office and asked if it was okay for Kanye West to come. And when they first asked, they didn't have a problem with it. Okay, so what I found was, I don't know if it's 100% true, but what's being said is that the people in charge, I'm going to repeat it, the people in charge of the festival went to the Home Office and said, is this going to be an issue to bring Ye here? And they said no. Now, here's what's also really suspicious. And this is where we're going to end it. Melvin Ben, Wireless Festival organizer, confirms that Pepsi initially approved Ye's appearance at the Wireless Festival before pulling their sponsorship.
We did with Pepsi, for instance.
Okay, so here's the clip.
We did with Pepsi, for instance, our lead sponsor, and they signed off and approved it, for example, and perhaps we should have done.
Really? That's fascinating. Sorry to interrupt again, but that's fascinating. So Pepsi, who've pulled out now, haven't they? Pepsi originally were quite happy for him to come.
Correct, yes. They're our headline sponsor. We asked them to sign off on it, and they did.
So Pepsi originally agreed. They originally agreed so bad, here they are, caught in 4K on a TikTok. Pepsi UK, what's better than 193? This is the shit that pisses me off. Because y'all gonna sit here, let me go big screen. Because y'all gonna sit here and act like that you're on the right side of this, and you're the sponsors that sponsor the wireless that all pulled out all of a sudden, y'all are gonna sit here and act like y'all were blindsided by what you were sponsoring. But seeing this bullshit right here, that Pepsi was okay with this and was cool with this, I believe this man. I believe that wireless, dotted every I, crossed every T, let everybody know it is Kanye West that's coming, and everybody knows what Kanye West has done, and everybody approved it. Everybody signed off on it. They're like, yes, we would like to sponsor your show. Yes, we would like to sponsor your show. I also believe the claims that they went to the home office and said, hey, can Kanye West come? We want to have him come for as a performer. Is this going to be an issue? Because we don't want to book somebody that you're not going to approve to come, because at the end of the day, you could say they can't come. And they said, yes, he can come. So everybody's saying he can come. He can come. We're cool with this. We're cool with this. We're cool with this. And then cancel culture came. Okay? And shut that shit down. So this is what I got. This is the moral of the story with this. One, I said this on one of my streams recently. Just because you got mental issues, you are still responsible for your mental health. You're responsible for your mental health, and you're responsible for your behavior, regardless if you're having an episode or not. You're responsible for it, and you have to take ownership for the shit you did. Yes, you can explain yourself saying like, hey, I had a manic episode, but you still did those things, and you still are responsible for your behavior. You just explained why you did it, but at the end of the day, you're still responsible for your fucking behavior. And listen, so there's that. Number two, you apologize. Here's the thing. I haven't seen any atonement from him, any form of atonement for him. I haven't seen anything. If he has, I missed it. I haven't seen it. I have not fucking seen it. All I've seen from this man is he took out money to do an ad, to apologize, and then he went, and now he's singing and dancing again. That's the only thing I've seen. That's the only thing I've seen. He wrote a diary saying that he was sorry, explained that he has brain injury, explained that he was diagnosed with bipolar 1, explained that he like found comfort reading Reddit, and then he went on tour. Like, stop this. I'm not doing this with you guys. I'm not. Here's the thing, Kanye. You will never be forgiven. You will never be forgiven. And if you want to be forgiven, you have to do more than take an ad out and writing a letter. You have to atone. You putting out an album is not atonement. You putting out a record is not atonement. You are appeasing the people that never gave a shit. You are appeasing and performing for people that never gave a shit. They never gave a shit. Y'all can go look this up yourself. When he was like really about this life, saying all this dumb shit, when he was performing, those rooms weren't empty. It was still packed. People were still spending a shitload of money to be in that man's presence and to hear his songs play through the speaker. He wasn't even performing. The songs were just playing in the speaker, and he was just bouncing around. You can go look for it yourself. The reason why I haven't played any of these receipts, because I don't need the man to strike me down. But no, I just think this is like a very interesting chain of events. He goes and apologized at the beginning of this year in January. He goes and announced that he's releasing his album finally that has so many delays. I wonder why. And he goes, does 2 performances at SoFi, beats a record. Congratulations to him. I saw some clips. He did a great job. So then then his album is charting, doing really well. People are supporting it. And then he gets announced on April Fool's that he's going to be in the UK. And the UK said, no. No, you're not. So everybody else right now that is playing reindeer games right now, let this be a reminder. No one's bigger than the program. No one's bigger than the program. But no, Kanye West is just going to have to, I saw something. I don't know if there's like a lot of like fake stuff going out, and I don't know if it's true or not, but like I saw something about the Korea man inviting him to come. Can you imagine the people starving in like where the man is? Kim Jong-un. He gives me money when I'm in need. Can you imagine sitting here starving, hungry? How can you be so heartless? You remember when Dennis Rodman used to go over there and visit all the time? And it's not alleged, there was pictures. You remember when Dennis Rodman used to go over there all the time? Imagine. I ain't saying she a gold digger. So stupid. Anyway, you guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you guys like this short stream. If I find, so basically what I'm going to do now, I'm like pulling out my my song. Basically what I'm going to do moving forward is, if I want to stream, I'll just stream. If I find something interesting, I'll come on and talk about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the topic. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, especially comment. Even just like a heart symbol. For everyone that showed up, I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate everyone that watches all my content. All the likes, all the comments, shares, all across the platform. I see it. I appreciate it.
One little stream.
Just really, really. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
Smash that like, smash that sub. Help me out, show some love. Small stream.